You've been recording for almost 15 years now. Does it ever feel that it's been that long?
I never think about it because I'm so busy with different projects that I don't really think about it. I mean, I make records, I do concerts, I do nightclubs, I do commercials, I do movie soundtracks, I do bit parts in movies. I'm auditioning for things all the time. I run 3 companies, so it's a little hard for me anyway, to think back about the beginning, the middle, and where the end is going to be. I just try to keep working, keep busy.
Okay. You recorded so many beautiful songs. Do you have a favorite?
Do I have a favorite? I did a tune on one of my earlier albums called Be Careful How You Treat My Love, Somewhere in My Lifetime. A new tune on this album called Meet Me on the Moon, When I Give My Love This Time. These are tunes that make me think all the time about the past and the future, that make me think about relationships and pain and love and happiness. They really get my mind going. And I think this is what happens to the audience when they hear these songs. At least that's the reaction I get from them. And those are some of my favorites. And of course there are many more, but those are the few tunes that come to mind.
Okay. Many major artists still get a little nervous before performing. Do you experience that?
Not very much. Not very much. I may get nervous before television or before a movie. I did a movie in Chicago with Fred Williamson called The Kill Reflex. And I was petrified because I'd never had a speaking part in a movie, and I was one of the main characters. And there didn't seem to be a whole lot of time, and it didn't seem like there was a lot of time spent directing me. I mean, I'm sure he did exactly what he needed to do, but because it was my first time, I was petrified. So sometimes I do, but for concerts, no, not too much.
Okay. I heard you prefer live performances to recording. Why is that?
Well, it's because I'm dealing with people. In a recording studio, it's dead, it's empty. You have an engineer and possibly a producer to perform to. That is not enough to get the kind of feeling that I emote in my songs. It's just impossible to get that.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Will you proceed about playing with the beatbox again?
Almost done with this.
Okay.
As soon as we're done with this, you can go bring her in so she can set up. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Okay. You were nominated for a Tony Award for your dazzling performance in Sophisticated Ladies. Any plans to return to Broadway?
As we speak, I am keeping my fingers crossed for 2 theater projects. One is something I just auditioned for, and it features the music from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Elegant costumes. Something that I think is just perfect for me. And then another show that is about, it's futuristic, so to speak. And I'd be playing a very evil character, singing and acting, so that would be very interesting. And the producers of both shows are interested in me for both shows. So, you know, when it rains, it pours, they say, and it looks like I'd love to get both, but I sure hope to get at least one of them.
Okay. Any plans to act in the future in terms of film or acting?
Well, I had such a wonderful experience doing Spike Lee's School Days that I would love to do it again. Now, that was very nerve-wracking, too. I was very frightened about that, but it was great. And, of course, you know, once I saw my part in the movie, it was just terrific. And then of course, the movie The Kill Reflex, which is in video stores today. The experience is different. It's very hard. You have to think about a lot more. You're not in control as you are in the studio. But I'm ready for challenges today. I was not ready for them 5 years ago. I'm ready to challenge myself, take a few plunges. If I make some mistakes, you know, hey, I'll get over it.
Okay. How much is understanding business a part of what you do?
It's most everything. The business part of this industry it's everything. I don't think as much energy or consideration is placed on the music or the artist's persona and personality as is put on the business end of things. I mean, if an artist isn't astutely aware of the business angles, they're in trouble. If you can't read your contracts, if you don't have proper management and proper legal advice, you're in real trouble. And I stress to anyone getting into this industry to read this business of music, which is what we call the Music Bible, to attend any music seminars one can, to talk to everyone in the industry possible. Learn as much as you can, because having talent is only a small portion of what this industry is all about. It's called the music business, and believe me, the emphasis is on the word business.
You seem to be a very enterprising businesswoman. You mentioned you have 3 companies. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, the parent company is called Command Performances Incorporated, and it houses a music publishing company and a production company and a management company. So the songs I write and writers that I might get lucky enough to sign to my company, I would sign to Command Performances Music. I sign out all of my services through my production company, and my management company. As of yet, I have found no artists to work with. Now, and that's my next project, to begin to look for new artists, someone very special, not only as a talent, but with the ability and interest in being a good business person. I'd like to find some young black people and teach them the things that I was lucky enough to learn.
Okay, we're almost finished here. I heard you were a workaholic. How do you relax?
By working. No. How do I relax? I told you earlier, I love television. I have the most exercised thumb in the world with my remote control, and I love to read. I carry books around on the road constantly, and I read all the periodicals. It's very important for me to stay up on current events. I'm a current events buff, you know. So that's how I stay in tune for relaxing.
Well, you're certainly up also in the area of high fashion. Tell us about your classy hats and your exotic style that you have going. Who devised your look for you?
A lady by the name of Cassandra McShepard from the Bay Area. So it's out in Oakland, California. And she has been making my stage clothes as well as street clothes for years. She just has a knack for dressing me. She knows I like being elegant, fun, flashy, different kinds of things, but definitely making a statement. I mean, when I come into a room, I'm going to say one of 2 things. Either forget it, I've got my tennies on and my sunglasses, or I want to come in with a splash of color or something that's interesting, because it makes me, I don't know, it makes me feel alive. I find fashion to be, it's therapeutic, it's artistic. It's like putting a song together, putting your outfit together for the day can be very artistic, and I enjoy that.
Okay. And a lot that's written about you, you're called Amazonian because of your 6+ stature. Do you feel comfortable with that?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I find that, from talking to guys, it appears that especially the taller men are into smaller women. If a guy's 6'5", he's got a girlfriend that's about 2 feet tall. He could put her in his knapsack, and whisk her away. Or if he stands in front of her, you never even know she's there. I talked to a famous ball player who plays for the Chicago Bulls, and if he's listening, you know I'm talking about you. And he told me point blank that he would never date a woman like me because he couldn't control me. And I thought, it's a good thing you play basketball because you are a dummy. I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking, because that was just such an ignorant statement to make. But that's how he felt. And I find that with a lot of tall men, at least from the ones I've talked to, they say that I'm intimidating. The height's intimidating. How does height become intimidating? That's weird. How does my profession become intimidating? Now, if I had a pistol or a machete, that's intimidating. But because I'm tall, because I'm an entertainer, I think that's sad. If that's the state of where men are today, addressing that issue, that's real sad.
Last question. How would you describe Phyllis Hyman in 1991?
Taller, thinner, and richer.